Hey everybody, welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show presented by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I got the Masters crew here with me, the Dynasty Owl, the Doc. What's up, guys?
How we doing?
What's up?
I hate when I do that and say the Dynasty Owl. It's the Dynasty
The
Owl.
Dynasty
I'm working
Owl.
on it, guys.
One and only, baby.
Yeah. All right, we got another episode here for you. This one's going to be 3 must-own wide receivers. Maybe not the top 3-4 guys in the league, but 3 guys we think are coming for the top spot. 3 guys we think you should go get right now. As always, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, love for you to come be a part of the Masters family. With that said, let's jump into wide receivers and talk some Dynasty football. Who's the next elite guy or who's coming for those number 1 spots, guys?
So the guy that I'm really looking at is Deontay Johnson, and I feel like he's kind of flying under the radar a little bit. You know, the last year there was a lot of hype about Claypool. Now Juju Smith-Schuster coming back to Pittsburgh. You know, I feel like this year, had Juju left, would have been a big breakout season for Deontay Johnson. But I honestly think even with Juju back, even with Claypool and all the hype that he brings, I still think Deontay Johnson is the best receiver on that team as of right now. And I think if he wouldn't have been banged up last season, he would have finished as their best receiver and most consistent as well. I love this dude. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit, and I think there's a good chance Juju Smith-Schuster does end up out of Pittsburgh. So even if he might not have that big jump this season, I think it's coming. It's inevitable. I mean, he's that good of a player that despite all the hype from Claypool and Juju being back, I don't think it matters. In the long run, in Dynasty, the next 3 to 5 years, I think Deontay Johnson's going to be a staple among the elite fantasy receivers.
Yeah, I love it. It's certainly a guy I think you can kind of go get now because he definitely doesn't. I think the Juju coming back has really kind of made him a great value. I love his game as well. The only thing that concerns me a little bit's the drops, but I think he'll get through that. I think he's excellent at creating separation and just definitely going to be a problem in this league for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think his stock went down big time when Juju re-signed.
Right. I mean, it's like we've seen in our trade shows. Go watch them. Yeah. But Claypool's even getting traded for nothing since Juju's been, since he re-signed in Pittsburgh. So I think that's a great opportunity to even get Claypool as well.
Where I look at it, Pittsburgh's been so good at drafting receivers. When they take a guy from Toledo day 2 of the draft, and you're thinking, who the heck is this Deontay Johnson guy? I mean, over the years, they've done nothing but find gems at the receiver position. And, I think you just got to trust, their front office and evaluating receivers and then developing them. So
yeah, I can remember watching that draft with Alec. And as soon as they made that pick, we were like, who's that? And they started showing us highlights, and we were both like, oh no.
Man. Yeah.
I mean, only concern to be at quarterback.
Yeah.
Hopefully they figure that out. Or actually, as a Browns fan, hopefully they don't.
Yeah, yeah.
In fantasy terms for Deontay Johnson, hopefully they figure that out.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot off my guy here. I'm going with DJ Moore. Got an upgrade at quarterback this season. I don't know how big of an upgrade it's going to be. I actually think it's going to turn out pretty good for him. Turns 24 next season. And just sitting there looking at the quarterback play that he's had since he got into the league, nothing to be very excited about, yet he's still been able to put up 2,000-yard seasons. He's just one of them guys I look at. Kind of reminds me of like a Steve Smith a little bit, just like a tough guy.
Yeah.
Man. I'm a really big fan of his, and I really believe we haven't seen the best of him at all yet. I don't know if it's going to be Sam Darnold. Hopefully, if you're a Carolina fan, that's the answer. But I do think eventually they get it right, or eventually he ends up paired with a good quarterback, and I think he has some top 5 finishes in his future. I think, with Curtis Samuel now out of the picture, that's going to be an uptick in targets for him. I'm really excited for DJ Moore this season, and I think you can get him for a value right now based on the way last season went. So if you go out there and get DJ Moore, go make some trades for him. Big fan of him this year and the next 3 to 5 years.
I love DJ Moore, always has been. Last year he was a big buy now person for me. Kind of disappointed again, but I definitely think this is the year. I like that you mentioned Curtis Samuel's gone because, uptick in targets for sure. But even more than that, maybe some carries come his way, just some screen passes. I mean, he's phenomenal after the catch, almost built like a running back at the receiver position, and really good downfield as well. So I think he's the complete threat, still super young, big DJ Moore guy.
Yeah, I got nothing else to add. I love it.
Good stuff.
All right. So my last guy.
Last guy.
So for me, Brandon Nyuk is just a screaming value. I mean, this past year's rookie class for receiver was phenomenal. We got guys like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, even T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, And then guys like Ruggs and Rager were around too. But for me, Ayuk, just kind of the quietest out of the bunch, had almost just as good numbers as anyone. Obviously not Justin Jefferson good, but on a points per game basis, I mean, he was right up there with some of the best in the league.
Yeah.
I think he averaged over 15 points a game as a rookie. On top of that, he was doing it with, C.J. Beathard at quarterback a lot of the weeks, where this year, as a minimum, he should have Jimmy G. On the high end, he could have a guy like Mac Jones or Trey Lance or Justin Fields throwing him the ball. So definitely think the quarterback position is going to be an upgrade over what he had last year. There was a reason why their front office drafted Debo round 2 and then Ayuk round 1 a year later. They truly do believe he's their number 1. I think he's a great fit in Shanahan's offense. Super young, super athletic, great after the catch. I'm all over Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Al wholeheartedly here. I love Brandon Ayuk. I mean, if you've watched him last year, any of those times the Niners were actually on TV, I mean, he would just dominate games. He looked incredible, and I think the only thing stopping him is injury. That's the only thing. If he's not on the field, yeah, obviously that hurts. But if he's able to play 17 games, sorry. I agree with Al. The sky's the limit. I love that dude. He's got pretty much the total package. He can do it all. And yeah, the quarterback situation will be getting improved as well from what he had a year ago. So yeah, love that pick there, Al.
Yeah,
love
I'm
it a
kind of
lot.
secretly hoping for my guy Justin Fields to go there.
Yeah.
I'd love that. I think it's one of them rare cases too where normally I would say with Kittle being out,
Yeah.
he got more targets. It helped him. I actually think with Kittle being on the field, it's going to help.
It's going to help him, yeah.
I mean, he's a problem, man. When George Kittle's on the field, that's going to lead to a lot of one-on-one matchups, a lot of stuff on the outside for Ayuk. I actually think Kittle helps him quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
So I actually love the take. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this edition of 3 must-own Dynasty wide receivers. I think these guys nailed it. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, come be a part of the Masters family. As always, if you're looking for a Dynasty League, MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. Over 600 of them. Coolest commissioners in the world. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thanks so much for watching. Any last words, guys?
Come join us.
Come join us, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.